Today we're going to learn a basic safety on how to use the bone saw machines. So this is the bone saw machines. So it has two plates over here. So plate A here will move from side to side, whereas this plate B here will move from front to back. So you'll be standing over here for the movement of the plate. So this part over here will lock down the movement of the plate A. So if you loosen it, it will make the plate able to move from side to side. So here example. So if you tighten it, so it will become locked again, and you loosen it, the plate will be able to move. So on the table of the bone saw machines, so there are some measurements here, so it will determine on how the thickness of the cutting. So this is the movement of the plate B, so it moves from front to back as demonstrated in the video here. And for plate B, there's some safety features. There's this the end of the plate is being folded like this, so it will protect your hands. So make sure your hand is within this protective wall or the protective part of the plates. So you can see the tip of the saw is just aside of the plate. So from the front you can see that if you keep your hand behind the protective plate, you won't get injured. So make sure not to be panic and work in orderly manner, so that your hand won't be injured during the process. So this time in this video I haven't turned on the machine yet, but just to demonstrate on the safety issue here. So you can see that the blade is just aside the protective plate that are seen at the end of the plate B. So here another view to show to you that it's very narrow between the protective plate and also the blades of the saw. So you need to keep your hands always in the safety area. So work in orderly manner so that you won't be injured while using this machine. So here I'm going to demonstrate a little bit on how to cut. So the specimen will go on the plate B over here. So you take some measurement, you adjust the specimen on the thickness, how thick or how thin you want to cut the specimen. So this plate A is used to determine the thickness of the sectioning or the cutting. So you lock the plate A in place so that it won't move around. So again, this is another view. So the specimen is put like this, and you adjust plate A so that to your desired thickness of the specimen that you want to cut. So this one I take around 1 centimeter. So tighten the screw here and check again so that the plate doesn't move around. So you push the specimen until it is in contact with plate A, like in the picture. So make sure the part of the specimen is placed firm against the protective plate over here, and also at the plate A, which determine the thickness of the sectioning. So by this you will make sure that the specimen won't wobbly around and won't cause injury to you as the operator of the machines. So make sure it's firmly against plate A and also the protective part of the plate B. And to stabilize, you can use woods, but in this case I use PVC pipes, just some extra I found in my home. So you can push either way, from sides or from the above part of the specimen. But bear in mind, the use of these supportive materials or supportive structure is not to push the specimen, but it is more to stabilize the specimens. If the specimen is wobbly around during cutting, you should stop the machines before you adjust the specimens. Alright, so here again I'm using the PVC pipes. Okay, you can push it like this, not push it, just to hold the specimen around and make sure it does not move or wobbly during cutting. So as you cut, you move the plate B here slowly and cut the specimen to your desired thickness. So after cutting, you stop the machines and examine the section or the part of the specimen that you cut just now. So here you can see it's nicely cut. This is a bone from the femur. Okay, here is another way or another sectioning of the bones that I'm going to demonstrate. So we're going to cut it in a longitudinal manner. So you make sure, as I mentioned before, make sure the specimen is firmly rests against the plate A and also the safety part of plate B. Before you turn on the machines, so you plan your cutting. Okay, you need to cut the longitudinal part of the specimen. Okay, turn on the machines and remember to just stabilize. The use of the PVC pipe is just to stabilize the specimen. Do not push, or else it will cause injury to your fingers or hands. Alright, just stabilize the specimen. Okay, you can push your plate B here to cut the bones, the specimens. So slowly, do not hesitate or do not work in a panically. Okay, work in orderly manner. Take your time. Okay, and then switch off the machines and examine your specimens again. So here is the specimen that I have cut just now. Right, so you can put it back together and examine. If you're satisfied, then you can stop the process of cutting the machines. So that is a basic safety on how to use the bone saw machines. So just remember to work in orderly manner. Don't panic. Make sure safety first, safety of yourself first.